A shalom to the hopeful elect. First and foremost, call halayim Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who teach the truth and rule well. This is the brother Yatabia Wa'ala coming back from the GMS SF Bay Area camp. And, I got a quick lesson today. All right, Lord's will is edifying. But basically going into, Esau, all right, wearing out the saints, okay? And, I've been doing a little research, past couple weeks and just going in on memory loss, all right? Because, hey, that's one of the things that we fight and that we deal with living in this man's kingdom, all right? It is, our mind just not being able to fully, retain things, all right? And when you look into it, you see that it all goes back to Esau, all right? Well, it all goes back to the Lord, all right, because the Lord is in full control, but the Lord has given Esau that control, all right? And with that, all right, let me get this real quick. Luke 16:8, because with that, Esau has done these studies. He's done this research, all right? So he knows a lot, all right, when it comes to this world and specifically how to be wicked, all right, because he is the wicked, all right. But this is Luke 16:8 and says, and the Lord commended the unjust steward because he had done wisely. For the children of this world are in their generation wiser than the children of light, all right. And who are the children of light? The Israelites, okay. And who are the children of this world? Well, Esau, Edom. And what does it say? They are wiser than the children of light because they search these things out, all right. They search these things out. What is this? Proverbs 4:16. It says, for they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fail. All right. So, being this wise, being able to have the time to research these things, all right, his number one MO is what? Wickedness, all right? And he cannot sleep, him being the wicked, except what? He has done mischief, and his sleep is literally taken away unless he causes some to fall. All right. And who is his main target to fall? Well, Jake, all right, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay. And there's a whole plethora of things he makes us fall, ultimately going into sin. He promotes sin. All right. He has it to where, basically sinning is put on a pedestal here. All right. What is that? Isaiah 5:20, real quick. All right. Everything's flipped upside down. Isaiah 5:20. Woe unto them that call evil good. And who calls evil good? Esau, Edom. All right. And good evil, that put darkness for light, and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet, and sweet for bitter. All right. So, us being the children of light, well, who do you think the children of darkness is? Esau, Edom. All right. But he calls that darkness, that wickedness, all right, that iniquity, all right, he calls that light, all right, he calls that good, okay. So all these things that promote sin, all right, is to make us fall. And also, his ability to know how to break down the body, all right, how to break down the mind. Because why? That all takes a toll, all right, that takes the fight out of somebody, all right, to break down their body from the inside out, okay, is a war tactic. All right. And he knows how to do these things. But like I said, I was looking into memory loss and I'm going to read a couple of these things. Okay. Because this is something that we battle. All right. And it says, I'm going to read this little excerpt. It's from sites.psu.edu. It says, even though technology may not affect the actual information that we receive, it does affect how we perceive it and store it in our memory. Technology decreases the strength of the memory. And how well will we be able to retain that information from our brain? So yes, technology strongly affects our memory. All right, that's just technology. You have all these phones, staring at your phones. You got these blue lights, these LED lights. All right, computers, TVs. Okay, all these things hinder our memory. All right, and our memory is really important because especially when it comes to the truth. All right, because that's how we store up, this knowledge and wisdom is through our memory. All right, being able to retain these things. Okay, how does wisdom meet you in every thought? And ultimately, there is no enchantment against Israel, but this is just something that we have to fight. All right. That's why the scriptures say, be diligent to make your calling and election sure, because you literally have to fight these things. That's part of being born again is understanding what Esau does. All right. Not being ignorant of his devices, and then, maneuvering the best way you can to heal ourselves. All right. Which it all comes from Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right. So literally, there's no enchantment, but if you stay stagnant, okay, and if you don't do anything about it, all right, you're not into the scriptures, diligently, you're not reading, all right, how are you going to be able to retain when literally our memory is being attacked? All right. But how do we fight back? We fight back through the spirit. We fight back through sowing and reaping in the spirit. All right. Doing the spiritual things, keeping our memory, even though we might lose it, we keep the things fresh by constantly going over videos. That's why, Apostle Tahar, basically had us push, these lessons out. All right. Why? Because repetition, Salat, makes perfect. All right. So when you're constantly going over things and even though, we're battling these demons and these principalities, which I'm going to get that, we're able to fight them off better because we're constantly staying in the spirit. All right. We're constantly exercising our mind and our memory. All right. But see, technology, whose technology is that? Esau Edom's technology. All right. And I'm going to read this last one. It says 5 surprising causes of memory loss. All right. Stress, anxiety, depression. All right. Scriptures say that the people do languish. All right. Why? Because Esau Edom is in control. Okay. What is that? Proverbs 29, I believe. All right. The people mourn when the wicked are in authority. Okay. So this deals this causes memory loss. Sleep problems. All right. We have nothing but sleep problems. Okay. You literally, with the anxiety and everything, just the pollution. All right. Micah 2:10. This place is polluted. We're not able to sleep. Okay. You worry about your alarm, worrying about getting to work on time, just that anxiety. Well, that contributes to memory loss. Medications, right? And whose medications is this? Whose pharmakeia, all right? Whose instrument is that? That's Esau Edom's, all right? Nutritional deficiency, all right? Who owns the farms, all right? Who has control over the farmland, all right? And what gets to the table, okay? Who controls the regulations, all right? Esau Edom. So nutritional deficiency, literally we're eating things. I mean, he creates the GMOs. So like I said, this is all Esau's ability to search out these things, okay? And there's no coincidence that these things are pushed upon us by way of GMOs, all right? By way of medication, by way of, technology, okay? Why? Because it systematically breaks us down, okay? And silent stroke, which is another disease, okay? But what does it say in Isaiah 32:7? It says, the instrument also of the churl are evil, okay? And the the elder from LA was going into this, all right? Because what else is Esau pushing, all right? His juice. And that is planned, all right? That was planned. That was searched out, and what it does to the body. All these things is literally a war, all right? But his instruments, and technology is one of his instruments, all right? The food, having control over the food, his medications, so-called medications, all right? His whole system, all right, is evil, okay? He deviseth wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, okay? And who is the poor? Hey, the Israelites, all right? So he devises these things. He literally can't go to sleep unless he comes up with these ideas, all right? Even when the needy speaketh right. But that's the point, okay? His instruments are evil. So, understanding, Micah 2:10, this place is sorely polluted, all right? And whether it's by way of technology, whether it's by way of the food, I mean, even the clothes have an effect on our body, all right? But all that plays a part in the battle. That's why, Apostle Paul always stresses, and, going into the scriptures, always stresses what? Being diligent. Because, we don't want to give Esau, Edom, all right? We don't want to give the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon, Satan, any type of ammunition to come at us, all right? Even though he is going to come at us with every different angle, all right? But if we're not sowing in the spirit and we're not reaping in the spirit, all right, how are we going to put off these things to fight him? Okay? Which goes into Ephesians 6 and 10. It says the armor of the Most High. It says, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. All right? Trust in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, knowing that, the only reason we're here is because Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is literally putting the fight in us. All right? Putting that spirit in us. Okay? And, he's given us this knowledge. Okay? And you have brothers that, go into the herbs and go into the different things that can battle, all right, what Esau, Edom is throwing at us. It says, put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Okay? And these things right here, technology, all these different ones we got right here. All right, the food, okay, the stress, the medications. Okay, hey, that's all different wiles of the devil. All right, it's literally a spiritual warfare. All right, and it manifests physically. Okay? It says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. All right? Hey, his instruments are evil. This man, Esau, Edom, okay, being wiser than the children of light, being in these high places because he was put there by Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. This is what we're up against, all right? Who would even think that the food you're eating is literally killing you? All right? The clothes that you're putting on is killing you. The medication, trusting in this man's system is literally killing you. All right? But you know why that is? Because first and foremost, the Lord made it this way. And Esau, Edom is the wicked. This is why he's not to be trusted. Okay? Everything he produced it's been thoroughly thought through, and it destroys. All right? But this is what we're up against. It says, wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. Okay? And part of doing all to stand is what? Being diligent. All right? Reading when you can. All right? Doing your lessons if that's your lot. Contributing to the body. All right? Being brotherly, being charitable. Okay? Watching the lessons. Because what does that do? That steers up your mind, all right? To righteousness. So Esau doesn't have an avenue inside, okay? Or neither does Satan have an avenue. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith you shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. All right? And that's the ultimate thing we have, is that shield of faith. Because we have faith in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, that even though Esau is doing all these things to us, all right, he's literally, breaking us down, all right, we have a savior, all right, Yahushai, and he's coming back. And Esau ain't going to be doing this for too much longer. And you know what the beautiful part about it is? When Yahushai comes back and he beams up the elect, Lord's will, we're of that number, the elect are getting new bodies, all right? And when you get into it, you're going to be able to, remember your past lives. That's the highest level our memory is going to go to, all right? Being able to remember all our past lives, imagine that. I mean, we can't even remember everything in this life. And we've only lived, a couple decades? We're going to be able to remember thousands of years, and we're going to live forever. So all those memories, we take along eternity, we're going to remember. That's the type of level our bodies are going to be. But see, what's happening now? We literally have memory loss right now. We can't even remember certain things. All right? But hey, that's why we have to be diligent, and we have to keep fighting. All right? Verse 17. And take the helmet of salvation and the sword of spirit, which is the word of the Most High. All right? Got that. Daniel 7:25, it says, and he shall speak great words against the Most High, Esau, all right, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High. How is he wearing us out? Physically, mentally, all right, that's the battle. And think to change times and laws, which is another thing that causes a depression and causes a psyop, if you will, a mind fuck, all right, is when you go into these daylight savings times, all right, you literally lose an hour of sleep, all right, and they shall be given into this hand until a time and times in the dividing of time, all right. But the point is what? This man is wearing out the saints, all right. This is what we're up against. And I'll end off on this, all right, because, ultimately, like we got, in Ephesians, when we put on the armor, okay, we're able to fight, all right. We're able to use the shield. We're able to use the buckler, the sword, all right, the helmet, all right. And that's all by way of what? The spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai and this truth, all right. And 2 Corinthians 4:16 says, for which cause we faint not, all right, but though our outward man perish, okay, so even though Esau's fucking his body up, all right, yet the inward man is renewed day by day. And that's the point. What is our inward man? Our spirit. And how is it renewed? By hearing this word, by doing this word, all right, because we're not hearers only, but we do this constantly, doing what we can to stay in the spirit, all right. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, Lord's will, this was edifying. Just, a quick tidbit on one of the wiles of the devil. All right, one of the things he knows that's breaking down our body, going into our memory. All right, but as the scriptures say, being in this truth, practicing, rehearsing righteous acts. All right. And having faith, above all, having faith and hope in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, our spirit is renewed, okay? But it takes being in that fight constantly, day by day, all right? That's why there's no breaks, all right? We literally have to keep fighting until we're out of this thing, all right? But yeah, like I said, Lord's will, this was edifying. Once again, call Halayim Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai B'Hashem Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect and Abba Baba.